People often describe the violin as an extension of the human body, and the sound that it makes is so relatable and so human, and I think it can touch anyone really, regardless of their tastes or backgrounds. It's just such a unifying force. It's enabled me to find a different way of communicating beyond words, and I don't say that lightly, having come from a background where I actually grew up with two younger sisters who were both deaf and hearing impaired. So alternative ways of communicating has always been a part of me. I've always been a bit of a cultural chameleon, being ethnically Indian, but having grown up in London, and there I was very privileged to be immersed in all kinds of musical settings. I was very lucky to be able to study music in Oxford, and I really got to hone my own musical voice and really think critically about how I listen and how I play music. I was selected by the London Philharmonic Orchestra as one of 8 out of hundreds to join their scheme for young artists. That was a real sense of encouragement for me, especially coming from a slightly unconventional background. My musical journey has really been nurtured through various different experiences. A couple of years ago, I had the pleasure of being able to teach the violin to ex-street children in a foundation in Uganda. And while I was essentially meant to be labelled as the teacher, I was in many ways a student of how broad music making can really be. And I think as a musician, it's always really important to stay open and be willing to absorb and always learn new approaches to music, new cultures, rather than positioning yourself as one kind of musician or one kind of genre. It doesn't matter whether I'm performing solo or collaborating with other musicians. I'm always just a medium that brings the music to life, essentially, whether that's your own music or it's well-known songs. It always feels quite humbling to have that in mind, to kind of bring the music and the people together. It's always just great fun to be able to reimagine a piece of music, whether that's on the violin or the piano or a combination of both, to bring out the best in whatever event I'm playing for. I just want it to resonate on a very human and universal level. I feel a great sense of pride in being able to carry this torch forward and keep it going, because I think ultimately nothing can ever recreate what a human can, and humans are synonymous with imperfection, and I think that's the most beautiful concept. Playing the violin, it leaves you very exposed. It leaves room for all imperfections or moments of spontaneity, which is where real music often begins. I think there's a freedom in realising that you're striving for connection and you're striving for a human resonance, and that's what keeps you going really with playing any kind of instrument, but I'd say especially the violin.